G'day, I'm Garry Pye. Have you ever been working with actors in Cartoon Animator and then all of a sudden, completely unexpectedly, your character just starts to drift across the screen like this? And you have no idea why. They walk across the screen, they come to a stop, but instead of stopping where you want them to stop, they just keep drifting across the screen, or their arm starts gently lifting up. It's an extremely frustrating thing, but it's a really easy fix. So today, I'm going to show you how to fix it. Let's get across. Here we have Jack Danger. I'm going to play the video and you'll see what happens. Jack will walk into screen, and when he gets to the very end of his walk cycle, he's going to stop, and then he's going to do the dreaded phantom slide. Watch. Here we go. He walks across the screen. That's where he should stop, but then he does that annoying slide. If this has happened to you, here's why it happens. There is a transform track for the character. Basically what that does is it takes the entire character and transforms its position, not its individual parts, the whole character. So if your character does that, find the spot, find the point at which he starts to do it. And that's right at the end of his walk cycle, okay? Go down to your transform track and you will find a keyframe here. And that keyframe is where he's moving from the first position. So on the very first position, he's there. And on that position, he's moving to there. But because he's doing the phantom slide afterwards, that means there has to be another keyframe on the transform track further along the line. All you need to do is find it, get rid of it. So if we scroll forward along the timeline, you will see here is another transform keyframe, because Cartoon Animator is being told, move the character, the entire character, from here to here for this amount of frames. So if you watch, sliding, 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 until he gets to the end. All you need to do, delete that keyframe. Now, once he hits this spot, he won't move from that spot. So now, if we go back to the beginning and play the clip, you'll find Jack will walk on screen and stop exactly where he's supposed to. So that's how you stop the dreaded phantom drift. But sometimes you'll also find that it won't be the entire character doing it. Sometimes it can just be one part of a character, the arm, the leg, the head, whatever, even the eyes, even the eyeballs it can be. That is simply because you haven't got, you've got an extra keyframe on the timeline, on the transform track for that particular part. Let me demonstrate. I know that sounds confusing. I'll slow it down. If we open Jack on this project and we go to motion, select Jack, see what happens to start with. Jack goes into a motion, but at the very end of it he stops and his arm keeps sliding up. We don't want that. We want his arm to stay still, but it's sliding up. So we need to find a way of fixing it. All that's happening, and we will open the 2D motion key editor so that we can see. This bone here is being told to move. So just like the transform track on the entire character, now we're using the transform track on each individual element of the character. And in this case, the arm. So if we come down here onto the timeline, you'll see the L-arm T track. The T stands for transform. That is going to be the L-arm transform. Okay, so we find the point where it happens. These are all the keyframes for the movement that he's going through. This is where it starts to drift. That last keyframe there for the L-arm transform track, we want it to stop there. We don't want it to go any further. Okay, so if we move along, you'll find, aha, this little tiny rogue transform keyframe here is telling the arm to move across to there. We don't want it to, so what do? Bye-bye. Just delete it. Now, once the arm gets to that point, it will not move any further. So now when we go back and we play the video, watch the arm this time. Jack goes in, points, stops, drops his arm, and it stays exactly where you want it. Those two principles apply to just about every single conceivable element within your character. As I said, the eyes, the neck, the arms, the forearm, the upper arm, the legs, the feet, everything is affected by its movement in the transform track. So that should make life a little bit easier for you. I'm going to post a lot more tips on little tips and tricks on using Cartoon Animator so that you can get the most out of this fantastic software. So stay with me. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.